Good evening, everyone. I hope that you have had a wonderful day today. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. Had a good day today. Just kind of chilling and relaxing. You know, it always is the darkest before the dawn. And what I mean by that is life is going to always be full of struggles. And it's going to get rough sometimes. But what you don't want to do is to give up on yourself and to give up on your life. And we all are imperfect. We all fall short many times. We all say and do things that we wish we could do different. But here's what I like to think about when it comes to life. We're all going to be imperfect. We're all going to make those mistakes. But instead of giving in to those mistakes, giving into your bad sides, giving into doing bad things, we have choices we can make in life. We can make a difference in people's lives. We can either make a difference for good or we can make a difference for bad. How you treat people always comes back on you. So if you want to be treated well, then you have to treat others well. It's just facts of life. Do unto others as you want unto you. You don't realize what people are going through in their lives. Sometimes people have been dealing with deep trauma or just, it seems like one thing after another. Like I said, darkest before the dawn. And just being that person's light for that day, saying the right things to them, can just turn their whole day around. The right smile, the right touch, the right choice of words. Maybe they've been having a really bad day, and so, like with me, working with the public, sometimes they lash out at you because guess what? You're a stranger. So they don't care if they hurt your feelings. They don't care if they make your day turn to being just as bad as theirs. But the thing is kill them with kindness. I love the Selena Gomez called Kill Them with Kindness because it's the truth. Your mouth is a weapon. So you can either use your mouth for good or you can use it for bad. So what are you going to choose? What are you going to choose? Are you going to choose to kill them with kindness? Or are you going to shoot back something hateful and mean or rude to them because they were rude to you? Half the time, the people in this world lash out because they are going through rough times and they don't know how to act, and not knowing you personally, they feel like it's your safe place. It's safe to yell at you. It's safe to be mean to you. It's safe to cuss at you or whatever they're doing because they're never going to see you again. But do you realize how much of an impact you can make on that person? Like, for example, a lot of times when I do these mindfulnesses, sometimes I just tell you stories because sometimes that helps you relax and get a better frame of mind. When I worked at one of my jobs, I had a lady that was extremely mean to me and rude to me at the jewelry counter, and I was so glad my day was over because of the way she acted with me, and I handled her really well and got through the whole transaction and the whole situation with her really well. And I told him, I said, I don't know why she wanted to return the bracelet and exchange it. There's absolutely nothing wrong with it. And my management agreed with me. My asset protection looked at it even because sometimes I had to, depending on how expensive it was, I had to put in a special little safe up there. And asset protection had to take it to turn it back to the company for, protection reasons. And yeah, it was just the weirdest situation. And so I was just like, oh, I'm so glad I'm done with her. And it was the end of my shift. So I was going home. Lo and behold, I go around the corner to go out to my car, before heading back to the back to get my coat and all that. There she was. I ran straight into her again. And I'm like, oh, great. You know what was the weirdest thing? Is that lady turned to me and she says, you were so sweet to me and so kind to me when I was so mean and hateful to you. She says, I am so sorry for talking to you the way that I did. She rethought about how she treated me. Now, did you notice why? It was because I killed her with kindness because I was sweet to her. And then she proceeded to tell me how she lost her husband and her son just recently. Both died, same kind of cancer. And then she showed me her nose. She also had developed the exact same kind of cancer. And the area that she lived in, they're trying to figure it out because they felt like there was something, a chemical in the soil, in the water, or in the air in that specific neighborhood that was causing people to have that kind of cancer. So research was being done, and so she was scared. She's like, she just put her son and her husband in the ground for the same kind of cancer, and now she has it. And so she said, it's just, I've been going through a lot. I miss my husband, I miss my son, and now I have it. And I know what happened to them when they had it. So she told me, she says, I'm just scared. And I don't know what I'm going to do. And I lost them. And I have nobody. And she said, but that was absolutely no reason for me to talk to you the way I did. So that's why you want to kill people with kindness. You don't know what they're dealing with in their lives, what they've gone through in their lives that could be causing them to lash out. Just one kind word, one kind gesture can make a person rethink how they're treating other people and make them change their ways and turn around. Or at least turn around and treat you better. They'll make them think maybe even down the road. Maybe they won't change right away. Maybe it'll take some time. But they're going to remember you for how you treated them when they treated you horribly. And it's going to make them want to turn around and apologize and do better. Even if they don't do it with you, they will do it with others. Because maybe if you were a stranger to them, they're not going to see you again. They're not going to have a way to apologize to you or talk to you or prove to you that they want to make those changes in their life. But we can all have an impact on people's lives. And you, my friends that are listening to this, you definitely can. And don't give up on hope on being able to have an impact in somebody's life and make their life better. You can change somebody. You can make them think differently. You can make their life better. But you got to do it by making those choices, by the words that come out of your mouth, by the gestures, by the way you react and act towards people, even when they're not nice and kind to you. And that is so hard to do sometimes because we just, as human nature, we get lashed out at. We just want to snap back. It's just human nature. You just want to defend yourself. But sometimes you got to realize there's a time and a place for that. And most of the time and a place is just to stay calm. Because you don't want to return evil for evil. Because when you do that, it eventually will come right back to you. You cannot hand out evil and expect to get kindness back. If you're constantly hurting other people, people are paying you money, whatever it is, whatever's causing you to be mean to others, and you continue to do that, guaranteed you can count on people not being kind to you either. So you have to act in a way that you want to be treated. If you want to be treated with kindness, you have to treat others with kindness. If you want people to help you when you're in need, you need to help others when they're in need. It's just how it goes. You see somebody having a hard time and you help them, they're going to remember that. Even if they're never able to completely repay you back, they're going to remember your kindness. A true, genuine, caring, loving person is going to turn around by the words that you use. And they are going to remember the kindness that you've shown to them. And even if they don't get to pay that kindness back to you, they will pay it forward to others. and give that kindness to somebody else in the future because you made that impact on them and were kind to them. And don't forget, you make a difference in this world. You are needed in this world. You're unique and you're special and you are amazing. And don't let anybody ever step on you or tell you any different, because each person on this earth is put here for a reason. Each person we come in contact with, each person, whether we become close friends with them for a short time, a long time, whatever it may be, we are put there to meet that person for a reason. We all bring something different to the table because we all have different personalities and different ways of handling things. And we can learn from each other and teach each other. Like with me, with my fitness, workouts and stuff. I watch a lot of other trainers on YouTube. I love to learn from Jillian Michaels and Denise Austin and Katie Austin. Why? Because the professional trainers, they know what they're doing. They do this as a profession. They've helped thousands of people. They know how to do this. So sharp iron sharpens iron. You learn from each other. Why is there fitness conventions? Katie and Chris Powell will talk about how amazing that this fitness convention was that they went to. And they met with other professional trainers like them. They probably met Jillian Michaels, Denise Austin, because they probably were also there at that convention. And how they did it is they would have workout classes every day. And each of the trainers would teach a workout class on a different day. Or one would do it in the morning, one would do it, a different one would do it in the afternoon. And they would do the classes together. And why? Because each one of them was unique in the way they taught, the way they trained, the way they did the moves, the exercises. And each one would bring something new to the table. And they could learn off of each other. So you see where I'm going with this. That's why I like to watch them. So you can teach somebody something. You can teach somebody to be more kind. You can teach somebody to be more patient. Maybe that's why you were brought into their life. Maybe they're going through things where they really need to leave the situation and they're afraid. Maybe you're there and you're supposed to be with them and stick with them until they finally make that move in their life. So just enjoy life, enjoy the ride, and even the dark times in life, try to find some joy. There's always blessings in every single day that you live. Find the blessings in your day and be thankful for them. Be thankful for all the people that you met in your life because they've all taught you a lesson, either a good lesson or a bad lesson. And they helped you mature and grow as a person. They helped mold you into the person that you are now today. Never forget them. Now, with that being said, close your eyes for me and take a nice deep breath. Inhale for 10 and exhale for 10. Inhale for 10. Exhale for 10. I want you to continue breathing in and out, nice and deep, just like I'm just showing you how to do for 10 seconds in, 10 seconds out. Closing those eyes, I want you to become very aware of every part of your body. We're going to start with our feet. I want you to concentrate on them. Wiggle those toes. Give me 2 or 3 circles on your feet. Become very aware of them. I want you to contract your muscles in and out on your feet. And then I want you to totally relax them and let them go limp because they don't need to do any work. Concentrate on those legs. Help those leg muscles go limp. Just relax. And just try to all your body muscles. I want you to slowly, starting from your toes up, I want you to completely relax them and let them go limp. Just let them go limp. They don't need to hold anything. They don't need to hold you up. You're laying down. So just let it go limp. Same with your hips and your stomach muscles. Concentrate on them. And concentrate on just not tensing them up, but going completely the opposite. Just completely relax them. Same with your stomach, your chest, your arms, your hands, your fingers. Wiggle them around a few times. Just completely relax them and let them go limp. All the way up to your head, to your neck. Let everything relax and go limp for me. Right there. You got this. All the way up to your forehead. If your mouth slightly opens because you've gone limp and relaxed your jawline so much that it's gone limp. It might slightly open, and that's fine. Just keep those eyes closed and keep breathing in nice and deep. And exhaling in nice and deep. And exhaling one more time. Continue breathing. I'm hoping the whole entire time we were doing this exercise, you were breathing in nice and deep and releasing it. Just continue to do that. Tonight, you're going to listen to a recording. I actually went walking. Me and my husband were hiking in the park, and frogs were mating. They were so loud. So I decided to record it and see if it came through okay. If it came through okay, I was going to share it with you guys, and it did. It turned out really good, and even my husband was pretty impressed with how loud it sounded. So we are going to listen to frogs for the next hour. I want you to turn them down to, once it gets started, down to a volume that's comfortable for your ears and helps you continue to relax. I like to listen to things like that, like thunderstorms, ocean waves, but at a low volume. So I hear it, but I barely hear it, so I almost have to strain to listen to it. And for some reason, it's relaxing, just barely hearing it in the background, and it just makes me fall asleep. So get a volume that is perfect for you once this starts. Continue with the breathing technique. Continue keeping those muscles relaxed. Get a good night's rest, my Dixie's Warriors.